Now, it's being called one of the most serious environmental crimes of the decade. A report by the Environmental Investigation Agency accuses Chinese gangs of working with Tanzanian officials to smuggle huge amounts of ivory. Our environment editor Nick Clark has been looking at the evidence gathered by the group.
Vanishing Point pulls together the results of undercover investigations covering more than a decade. The report reveals how Tanzania's elephant population has crashed, and it makes gruesome viewing. The poacher's bullet killing one half of the country's elephants in the past 5 years. Their numbers down 2/3 since 2006. 10,000 elephants were slaughtered in 2013 alone. In 1 year alone, that's equivalent to 30 elephants every single day, all to feed a resurgent ivory trade, primarily to markets in China. The trail starts in Dar es Salaam. An undercover investigator posing as a buyer visits an illegal trader selling ivory carvings.
Tanzania? Yes. All from Tanzania. Wow. Which area is it? Salou. This is all from Salou.
And indeed, the Salou Game Reserve in Tanzania has been worst hit, one of the largest and oldest protected areas in Africa. There were 70,000 elephants in the Salou in 2006, and by 2013, that number had dwindled to 13,000. The report even describes how park rangers are involved in the crimes. In the next clip, we move on to a shipping agent who describes how he hides illegal consignments en route for Asia.
I was putting these beans, like I have to buy something like beans and load it. So when I put it, I'm sending this, so I know how I keep it.
The customs seal here?
Yes.
With no problem?
So this is the arrangement we have to spend, you know. They drop container in Hong Kong, after that they take to Taiwan.
The EIA poses buyers in China too and learnt of the insatiable demand for ivory there, even for everyday items like chopsticks.
哦，那你对牙的一方对你到底走私的牙是吧？就是正常要买去哪买？
就经过这么多年了啊，非洲大象全杀走都不够做这个东西啊。
It seems the ways of getting ivory to China are many and various. Last year, the Chinese President Xi Jinping made an official visit to Tanzania. Here, traders talk how ivory sales boomed around that time.
When Mr. Ping, your president, Jinping was here. When he was here, many kilos go out. Many kilos.
How many kilos?
Many kilos.
Like hundreds or?
Yeah. 100? No, many kilos.
Thousand
kilos.
Investigators were told by Tanzanian suppliers as far back as 2006 that Chinese embassy staff were major buyers of their ivory. And one black market source even told investigators that consignments of ivory were sent to China in diplomatic bags on the presidential plane. The report points blame at the highest levels of the Tanzanian government too. And when President Jakaya Kikwete assumed office back in 2005, the country had 142,000 elephants. Now, by 2015, the end of 2015, they reckon that's going to drop to 55,000. The report highlights a toxic blend of governance failures, corruption and criminality. Criminal syndicates, it says, are ruthlessly exploiting rising corruption and weak governance in Tanzania to plunder the country's natural heritage. The irony is, of course, as living animals, elephants form part of the ongoing lucrative tourism market in Tanzania. But it seems killing them for their tusks creates irresistible short-term profits.